back. Okay, let's get into it. I'm going to play the pattern, then we're going to piece it together. This particular rhythm might take a little work, but that's okay. It's going to feel weird because there are certain upbeats that between the snare drum and bass drum that will feel not quite right. They're going to feel a little resistant at first, but you know, in other words, they're going to pull back a little. Okay, so, but that's why you have teachers to help you. All right, here we go. So. The more you piece this together, the easier it will become, right? Okay, so here we go. All right, all you beginners, let's do this. All right, so the most consistent pattern you want to start with is your 8th note hi-hat pattern. Because again, everything's going to build on this. So you can rely on this right here. Okay? So the first note we're going to put in is our bass drum on 1. Beat 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. The second note is a bass drum on the end of 1. Okay, so it'll be 1 and 2, 3, 4. Okay, so a pair of 8th notes on beat 1. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 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 2. Now, the next note we plug in is a snare drum on beat 2. Okay, so it'll be 1 and 2, 3, 4. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay. Then, the next note, we have a bass drum on the end of 2, which is right after our snare drum. Okay, so it's 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, so we add those to our 8th note timeline here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 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 3, 4. Okay. Now here's where it starts to get a little tricky. Okay. So there's a snare drum note on the end of 3, right? It skips beat 3 and ends up, well, I'm sorry, the downbeat of 3, but it ends up being on the upbeat of 3. That's a better way to say it. So it actually skips an 8th note. Okay, so it'll be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right, it's going to feel a little strange, and especially that next bass drum note coming, that's going to feel strange too. But the next 2 notes, just for your information, right, your heads up, your next couple notes are on the upbeats of the 8th note. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, so you can hear this. We're going to add these to our timeline here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 Okay? Now, our last plug-in is not on beat 4, but on the end of 4, and it's a bass drum. Okay, there's a bass drum on the end of 4. Okay, this is what makes the whole groove feel a little pullback at first. You know, so slow it down if you need to, but this is what it's going to sound like. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, the tricky part is you have to come right back down on 1 with your bass drum, so it's going to sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. That's the beat 1 is when the whole beat starts again. Okay, so this is a little tricky, but with some practice, you'll be fine. Okay, here we go. I'm going to add these to our eighth notes here. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 4 and 1 and 2 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 and 4 and 1. So if you've been able to work on some of the beats before this, this beat should be a little easier. You know, like I said, these beats are building on each other. So, you know, slow this one down if you need to, especially if you're just starting out, okay? And these beats are designed to be played, you know, for a while, okay, you know, so. In my lessons with my students, obviously we do a lot more playing, but I'm just showing you some of these methods. If you're one of those learners that are self-taught at home, this video should help you. Okay, so that's it for this groove. See you in a little bit.